Welcome back to Cask 529, everyone. I'm Brian.
And I'm Shauna.
And we're back with day 10 of the Whiskey Advent Countdown.
529, Whiskey Christmas Advent, counting down to Christmas, one whiskey at a time. Have yourself a merry little whiskey and a very merry Christmas.
Hey, Shauna, day 10 already.
I know.
I feel like we just started this thing and we're already almost halfway through it.
Getting pretty close to halfway through it.
I'm going in.
He's more anxious today than I am.
I wanted to beat her to it because she always beats me.
I can't wait to see, I feel like the ones I've screwed on are really, really tight. So I can't wait to see the ones that you screw on. Because I can imagine I'm not going to be able to get those ones open.
That's a shame.
Shoot.
Guy that opens it drinks it. I give you a taste.
That's nice of him. That's very nice.
You need your notes.
I'll go ahead and bring down the little the bottle opener that I have upstairs. That little rubber thing that you squeeze and
She won't.
get it open.
She doesn't even know where it's at.
I do.
I think we've gone back to a little darker this time.
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm not getting anything.
I'm getting, you know what I'm getting? It's going to be funny. I'm getting that salty air off the ocean.
Wow. That's time for a beach vacation.
That's a
This 20,
like-
19, 20, 30, low 30 degree weather. I'm ready for the beach.
It's rough taking Rex out in the morning right now.
Guys, I apologize. I am not getting a whole lot on the nose.
That's really all I can find in there is that sea air.
A little, maybe a little minty note with like some char. But it's really faint. Maybe after, we take a couple sips, we can pick up a note on the nose.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's test that theory. Not at all what I was expecting.
Yum. Sweet, but spicy.
That
Caramely.
That was off Shauna's tasting wheel. Yum.
Yum. Wow. Maybe it doesn't have a whole lot of profiles, but that sweetness, caramel, spice note just is all the way through. And it's just like a big whiskey hug. It's so fun. I really like it. Like I said, I'm not getting a ton of notes off of it, but it's good.
I still am not, even after a sip, I'm not getting anything on the nose.
I'm not really either. There's a lot of times I don't get anything on the nose, so I really don't discredit that part of it. It's not ethanol, so I'm happy.
You always get all kind of things on the nose.
Not always, though. There's certain times I don't get anything. I think earlier this month when we were doing, I don't know, day 1 or day 2, I didn't get anything.
I'll tell you what, I know we guessed this yesterday and we were wrong. Whew. I'm going back to a rye again today.
I can see where you're going with that. I'm definitely, yesterday I guessed the proof too low. However, I'm going to guess this one's right around the 120 mark. It's packing a punch, a little
gonna
hug
say,
back in the...
I'm going 125. I'm going to go to 125. Now let me see if I can see what I can pick up out of it. I maybe am starting to get a little bit of spice on the nose.
Definitely a lot of cinnamon on the palate. Wraps into that caramel. A little bit of a fruit note, a dark fruit note.
On your palate, are you getting black pepper, or is all that you're getting, you're calling cinnamon?
cinnamon on the front. As it finishes, though, it is definitely a black pepper. I'm not getting the black pepper on the front, though. Just a nice sweetness, sweet caramely fruit note on the end with that black pepper mixed in. Not a lot of oak or char for me. I thought maybe on the first sip that I was getting some of that, but on the second sip, I'm really not. I think it's more of that black pepper note that you mentioned on the finish. It's really good. There's another note I'm trying to distinguish what it is in there.
So I'm getting brown sugar right up front. I guess just a hint. It's not that real dark, rich brown sugar, but it makes me think that's what it is. And then it goes into the cinnamon, and then almost immediately into the pepper. Yesterday, after we filmed, I talked about a couple different things. I was trying to figure out a flavor I was getting out of it. And I actually came to, this was on the Blue Note. I had an aftertaste of menthol. I know that's totally off the wall and nothing I've ever mentioned, but that's what I had. I'm getting a similar note on this, but it's definitely more spearmint on this than menthol.
I can, and I think maybe that's might be the note that I'm searching for. I was going to say mint. I don't know really menthol, but I was going to say more of a mint because it's like a lasting refreshing
It
note.
is. It is. It's not. Yeah. It's just kind of funny because it's not a note you get often
Right.
out of bourbon. At least I never have until the last couple days. I don't think I've ever had that note.
I can tell you that on the nose now, and it's finally, I don't know if it just finally wrapped around the glass enough, but I am getting like a sweet oaky tobacco note on the nose. It's a really nice, pleasant nose now. I figured it out. It's a nutty note. I'm definitely getting nuttiness as well as everything else. But I was searching for that. What is that? After that,
Spearmint nuts? You getting spearmint nuts?
no, I'm not getting spearmint nuts. It finishes with that minty note, though. It definitely has that refreshing type note that
So
you're
you
talking
do
about.
get that.
On the very
You are getting
finish.
that,
On
yeah.
the very finish.
And mine's not completely at the end. It's kind of half to 3/4 of the way through is where I'm getting it. And it goes from there back into a whole bunch of heat.
You know what? I would say this one to me is just as good as yesterday's. I would compare them
Very
equally,
similar.
honestly. So I have yesterday's card here. I have the whole stack of cards here because we want to keep track. I gave yesterday an 81. I'm going to give this one an 81 too because to me it's very similar, very delicious. When I say very similar, it's pleasing, just as similar as yesterday's. It has different notes on it, but it's very nice.
Based on your logic, I'm going to stick with an 84 because it is so similar to yesterday. And obviously we know it's not the same bottle. At this point, we don't know what the bottle is.
Well, it has different characteristics too.
It does.
Similar but different in the fact that it's just, it's yummy, it's pleasant.
Okay, how's this? On my taste profile, as far as on my, do I want that to drink right now or not?
Right, yes.
It's in the same place as yesterday
Right, I want
me.
that to drink.
for me.
yeah.
So
That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, guys.
hey guys, if you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and do that. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done that. And go ahead and drop us a comment. If you've had this, well, we don't even know what it is yet.
Yeah.
Never mind, scratch that part.
Scratch that. So we have had this before, and it makes perfect sense as to why we would want this over and over. It is the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye. It's not 120. It's 130.2 proof. It's barrel 24-02505. Barreled on March 11, 24. Barrel House 1-09.
And I'm not gonna lie, this is exactly where my mind went when we first tasted it. And that's why I went to 125 proof, because I couldn't remember exactly how high the proof was on it. But I was trying to get to that proof point, because that's what I really thought it was.
Hey, I can tell you that both, honestly, the 9th and the 10th have been
Great pours.
great pours.
Great pour.
Not disappointed at all.
And the fact that this got an 84 for me,
Yep.
I love that pour.
I know we both do. We
Yeah, I
both
mean,
do.
it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so now comment, guys. Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye. Have you had it? What'd you think of it? I feel like it's probably going to get some pretty good reviews out there. Never really talked to anybody that didn't care for it. So let us know. And if you're following along on the Advent calendar countdown, what's your score?
Yep.
How'd it do for you guys? So I think that's all we have.
It is.
So until next time, guys, have yourselves a merry little whiskey.
And a very Merry Christmas season.
5:29. Whiskey Christmas advent. Counting down to Christmas, one whiskey at a time. Have yourself a merry little whiskey.